Tournament fishing is a deck-building game that brings players as close to the real experience as possible without having to reach for their tackle boxes. In each round, players start with a hand of 6 cards that may contain fishing accessories, casting presentations, and valuable lures. Players use these cards to craft casting attempts, fight hooked fish, and shop for new gear. 12 rounds represent a 12-hour fishing day, over the course of which players may contend with tumultuous weather patterns and discover boons at various lake locations. The tournament champion will be the player who reeled in the most weight in fish at the end of the day. The game plays 1 to 4 players, and the night fishing expansion makes this a 5-player game with 3 AI anglers as well. Will tournament fishing be an investment you want to reel in? Or has this deck builder hit a snag? I don't know how I got into this tournament, but here we are.
Here you are.
Find out now as we help you hedge your pledge.
Hi, welcome to How It Plays. I'm your host, Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
And today we are fishing.
We're at the lake.
We are at the lake, about to tournament fish this place.
We are. I don't know how I got into this tournament, but here we are.
Here you are. And we are playing a 2-player competitive deck building game.
Yes.
About catching fish. So what we're going to do a little bit differently today is I'm going to show you how to set the game up. Then we'll talk a little bit about the mechanics in how the game flows. It's very straightforward, but there's certainly a lot of rules to cover. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to play the tournament.
We sure are.
Sure are. So, take a look at the table, and we'll get right to it. So, as you can see, we have a very simple setup at this point. There's a couple more things we need to do for setup, but I'll go through everything we've done so far. So, right here is really just our market deck, which is going to have basically all of the cards that are going to be available for us to purchase and add to our hands and our decks throughout the game. It's more fishing equipment and all sorts of good stuff, right? That we can try to think of it as like it's like we're sitting next to that Cabela's shop.
Yeah, right.
And at some point, we're allowed to go over there during the tournament and buy more stuff, buy better lures, buy better poles, buy bigger boats, whatever we need in order to get us through this fishing trip, right? So that's what this pile is. Over here, we've got our timer, really. And this is going to go through, and it's set up in a specific order. It goes from 6 a.m. through 6 p.m. hourly. Every hour is going to add a bonus or something bad, a challenge for us to have to deal with throughout the course of the day. And we're going to, obviously it's very specific. If you've played this game 100 times, you're going to know what those are, but there's ways to vary that as well. Over here we have the weather deck. The weather deck is completely optional, but we are going to be playing with the weather deck. And what it does is just adds, again, more variability and more
nasty stuff.
Yes, it really just adds challenges. It makes it a little bit tougher to catch the fish, but it's good. One thing to note is on the back side of both of these decks is the AI angler. This is for the solo play. You could probably even do a competitive play and have the two of us play against the AI. There are 2 different ones, mainly because, like I said, this is optional, this deck here, so you could just play with this on the side as the angler. This is not optional, but the way you would do it is you would shuffle these cards so they're in a different order, and then every turn you'd flip one over and then play that AI action. So we're not going to go into the rules on how to do the solo game. It's really straightforward. It's in the book. You guys can figure that out. So that's the first part. Second part is the player deck. With every deck builder, you're going to have a starting deck of player cards. We have the same deck of 10 cards here, which are a variety of lures, real actions, presentations, hook cards, and a cast card. They're all going to make sense once we start playing, and it'll make sense then. And so we won't cover it till then. So you've got your 10 card starter deck. You also have a boat and a fishing pole deck. Now these are all different, and they all do different things. So what you have to do is shuffle these decks up and deal 1 random boat and fishing pole to each player.
I hope I had a good one.
Well, we'll see. There's your 2, and here's my 2. The rest of these cards go back in the box.
Nice.
And what do I have? A steady rod and a dinghy.
Oh.
That's a good one.
The dinghy's
You've
good.
had that
I've
boat.
had the dinghy before. I have a motor raft.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
So you got a motorboat?
Motorboat.
You motorboat? All right. Anyway. So here's my starter deck. Next, we have the lake. We need a place to fish.
Yes.
So the lake deck consists of 47 cards. And depending on the number of players, you're going to have to seed a certain number of piles for the lake, and there's going to be a certain depth to the lake. With 1 to 2 players, it is an 8 by 5 or 5 by 8. 5 piles of 8 cards each. So we're just going to count out 8 cards and just start setting up piles. And like I said, we need 5 of them.
And these will be our fishing locations. Mm-hmm.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there are going to be fish and events that are in these piles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, as I said, there's 47 cards, so these last 7 cards go back in the box. You're not going to need them for the rest of this game. All right, so we've got our player decks, which we're going to shuffle up. We've got our locations next. So locations deck. We have our 5 lake spots. Each of these lake spots optionally get a location. We're going to play with the locations. So just shuffle this deck up. They're all different. And then start bringing them out. 1 per lake deck.
Ah, nice.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
Rest of these back in the box.
Yeah. And what we do, even though the art is incredibly beautiful on these cards, is you can actually slide these right underneath of here so that you know which... like, you don't have to do this, I guess.
No, it tells you to do that.
I know.
We definitely do it. You don't have. Yeah, if you want to look at the beauty of it,
you could go rogue.
But
look at the location.
I'm a stickler for the rules, folks. I like to make sure that we're doing what it tells me. So here we have a bunch of different characteristics for each of these fishing spots. So we're going to be fishing at a dam, a brush reef, in the open water, the clear water in Florida, and then inlet. Right. So we've got a bunch of different options. They're going to give you bonuses or challenges depending on what they are, right? Which is kind of like what you would face if you were to, to fish these types of regions in an actual lake. Next, we're going to bring out 5 cards. So we're going to start the offer. So this is the market deck. And these cards you'll be able to purchase at their listed price in the upper right-hand corner. And in this game, when you purchase a card, it goes into your hand, not your discard pile. So keep that in mind. Very big difference.
Ooh, some good stuff coming out.
Yeah, some good stuff, and we'll go through that once we start playing. Last but not least, we have the option in this game to play with a fishing deck, which will determine whether or not, or what type of challenge we have. It's called a fight deck, right? So when you're fighting the fish to bring them in, you've got to match certain symbols, and those symbols can be generated with a deck of cards or with dice. We prefer the dice.
Yes.
So we're going to play with the dice this game. They're nice, chunky dice.
Fun to roll.
It's just easier, in my opinion, instead of having to shuffle a whole deck of cards and manage that. So I think that's pretty much it for the setup.
Yep.
Like I said, we're going to play 12 rounds from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. These rounds go very fast because you just do what you can with 6 cards.
Right.
And then you have at it, just like any deck builder. So I think let's get started, and we'll start explaining the rules.
Sounds good.
All right, so how does this game work, right? As we said, we're going to be fishing for 12 hours, but there's a certain series of actions that are going to take place. The first phase, which is optional, is a search phase. If you have a card that allows you to search, in this phase you could, it'll give you an opportunity to actually draw additional cards. If you have a card, it'll do that, and it'll actually give you an opportunity to peek at the different lake locations. The next phase is the cast phase. Again, optional, and we'll explain how what the requirements are to even do a cast. But if you do have a cast and you have enough casting strength, you'll hook a fish and you'll start reeling the fish in. So that's a whole nother phase, and that determines whether or not you catch the fish. After that phase, and like all these are optional because they may or may not happen.
Exactly, yeah.
The next phase is a market phase where you'll actually, any cards you haven't played during any of those previous phases, you'll be able to use for their dollar value to purchase as many of these items as you can afford.
Yeah, or that you want.
Or that you want, yeah, because you're going to add those to your hand. And then you're going to do cleanup where you're going to discard, and then this order matters. You don't discard your cards as you're playing them. They go into the play area. you discard them at the end of your turn during the cleanup phase, and that's important because there are things that happen with other cards that matter.
Yeah.
Clean up those cards, discard them, and then draw up to 6.
Yeah.
End of turn.
That's it.
It's really that simple. One thing we should explain is the fishing, but we'll do that as we go because when you cast, I guess we should kind of explain before we do that too. This is it's very interesting, and you have to keep your head in the game because what's happening is you have a lot of things in this game are optional.
Right.
So you've got to make sure that you're doing everything that you can do, if you can do it, while maximizing your cast with minimizing the amount of cards you're playing.
Exactly.
And that doesn't make sense, but
it's almost like fishing.
It's almost like fishing. You have to be very efficient. So in order to cast out into the lake, you have to have a lure. It could be a live bait lure, or it could be an artificial lure, right?
Yeah.
Either one works, and every starting deck has a bunch of them.
Yeah, I can give you an example.
Very simple. There you go. So you've got a worm. That'll start your cast, automatic. The next thing you can do is play as many... you can actually play one cast card, which is yellow. You have one of those too.
I have one right here.
So lay that down, just so people understand. You have to have a lure. And then optionally, you can play up to one cast card, and then as many present cards. So think of them as presenting the
This is
lure.
like you're presenting the bait to the fish.
Yes.
And you're like, come here, fish.
You're like, it's when you like reel a little bit.
Yeah.
You pull it in, you reel it a little bit.
My fish might go, I'm going to reel it in a little bit, and then I'm going to pause.
Yeah, give it a
And
little
each
stop.
of these presentation cards is going to give us more casting strength for this cast. And the fish that we're trying to catch, which we're not really sure what we're going to get yet, but that fish is going to first and foremost have a cast strength, or like kind of that hook strength. And we need to make sure that whatever we've put out here to try to catch that fish meets or exceeds the requirement to even hook the fish.
Yep.
And then we can worry about fighting to reel them in.
Exactly. And also, before that even happens, you have to make sure that your symbol matches the symbol on the fish that is interested in this lure, right? Because right now you've got a live bait worm, so you just thrown a worm in the water. You've pitched it out there, you're reeling it in, and then you're pausing, right? So this all happens. Once you're done placing your cards, right? You could place as many of these presentation cards as you have. Remember, you only have 6 cards in your hand. This is already 4 cards. You're going to get to look at 2 lake locations. So you'll flip the top card on one lake location. If it's an event, you activate the event right away, and it'll tell you what to do. If it's a fish, you're going to look at the fishes in private, because we're not going to share with each other, because this is your cast. You're going to look to see if it matches the symbol, and if you have enough casting strength that's equal to or greater than the strength on the fish. And if it is, then you hook the fish. If it's not, you place the card back on top, and you pick another lake location and do it again. If that fish still doesn't bite, then your casting phase is over, and you didn't hook any fish. Yep, and it's all gone. If you happen to hook that fish, at that moment, you can play a hook card. One hook card. It's a red one.
It's this one, like that.
Setting the hook. Boom, and it gives you 2 more. So...
And that's like pulling back on it.
Yeah, boom. So you could do that, and then that'll land you the fish, right? So that gives you that extra. If you're almost 2 away, you can then play that card, and that'll give you enough strength to hook the fish. So you hook that fish, and then you're set. So then it goes into a fish fighting phase, which will actually show you when we get a fish on the hook.
Yeah.
So,
but we definitely wanted to kind of explain that so that it's easier to understand what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Yep.
And why we may not do all of those things. I mean, you could just cast out with the lure and try to catch a fish. And we've got some sunnies and stuff in here that will gladly take whatever bait you want to toss them.
There's some junky fish. But to note, for day 1 at 6 a.m., as we start our fishing day, there's clear skies. There's no weather effect, so we ignore it for this round, for this hour, right? Then we've got a 6 a.m. casting phase. You get +2 strength to your cast. So automatically we're coming out of the gate with +2. So this is a really good opportunity to catch some fish. Each of these locations, as we said, has some difficult rules that you may have to follow.
Yeah,
so what do you have? Yeah, go through it.
Yeah, so sometimes difficult and sometimes beneficial. So for example, our dam here, if you catch a catfish here, which there are catfish hopefully in this damn catfish, they require 2 strength less to attract, which is great. So if you have like a strength 6 catfish,
those of you who fish know that catfish are always at the dams.
I didn't know that.
She didn't.
The brush reef lures are going to gain all 4 of the symbols here, which is great. So regardless of what the fish needs, you've got everything with
the fish are biting at the brush reef.
Yep. We have open water. So here you'll see a combination of symbols. You'll either see the card symbols or the dice symbols. We're using dice, so we'll refer to those as we play. So dice with the kind of aquatic symbol. It's like that seaweed symbol, right?
Yeah.
Results count as blanks.
That's great.
That's great.
That's beneficial
because
to
that
us.
means there's one thing you don't need to meet. It's one condition you don't need to meet.
Yep.
Here we have clear water. So when scanning here, which is our search phase, we can peek at the top 2 cards, then place them back in any
so you can actually
order.
rearrange them.
Yeah, because you can see through the water.
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty cool.
And then finally we have the inlet. So during the casting phase, your cast attempts, peek at the top 2 cards and pick one to attract, placing the other back on top first and considering it as not have been casted to. So what that means is, again, and Anthony said, when we're casting, we're going to look at 2 lake locations.
Yeah.
If we look at this lake location, we actually get to draw 2 cards and pick one, basically.
Pick one of them to actually attract versus.
And then we can put the other one down almost having not. It doesn't count towards
It gives us a better opportunity to catch a fish there. So these are actually really good.
Yeah, these are great.
Really, really good benefits to these locations. Up top, we've got a bunch of items we could purchase. Like these blue ones, it's really the color coding on these cards is really good for understanding what they're good for and what their use is. The green cards, are lures, right? So they're different lures. They have multi symbols. They're good. There's a presentation that has a really strong strength for live bait lures. And these 2 blue ones, the blue ones are always good for the search phase. So fishing shades are going to let you scan spots before you even cast. So it gives you a free chance to pick. You can see right through that water. You know where those fish are. This one's a fish finder. Scan 2 lake spots. Boom. And just having that out gives you +2 cast strength. These are all benefits. Right. And that'll all make sense as we go. So I think with that's more than enough information, I think, for us to get started.
I think so. Yeah.
And you should have a pretty good idea. Pretty good idea of what we're looking to do. That way we don't have to spend too much time explaining what we're doing, and we can just go ahead and play the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's kick off 6 a.m. and start this fishing tournament.
Okay.
All right, so we each draw up a hand of 6, and we start at 6 a.m. So we're going to play for 12 rounds, and the player with the most weight in fish is the winner.
Yes.
All right, so start us up.
All right, so I am going to start with my bender.
Right. So just so you guys understand the flow of the game, right? So you're going to have the search phase first, but she's clearly skipping the search phase.
Yes. Yeah. I don't have any capacity to search anything, so I will use my fishing pole. And I will do a real card for my presentation.
Right, so must play 1 lure.
Yep.
And you can play one cast card. You've got a fishing pole card, and then as many present cards as you want.
Right. So I have a strength right now of 1. Well, here we go. So let's see. 1 here. This particular presentation during the cast phase gets me +1 strength if I use an artificial lure, which I did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have a strength of 5 to my cast. So now I can scan 2 or cast to 2 locations. I will start with maybe the dam. Maybe catch some catfish.
So I won't look.
Oh.
So remember, she gets 2 casts, so she can look at the top card in any 2, as long as she doesn't, if her lure matches the symbol or symbols, and she has enough fish strength, it hooks.
Right. So in this case, I am not able to catch it. And I guess I'll tell you why, even though you wouldn't in a normal game.
You don't have to tell. Just say certain things don't match.
Obviously, either the strength or the symbol does not match.
That's all you have to say.
That, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. So we're going to put that back. I get to cast 1 more time.
Right.
And I'm going to go ahead and cast to the brush reef because lures are going to gain all symbols here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not catching that. So, to catch this fish, we need all of the symbols that you see here, and then the strength is there. I have neither of those things. So that is also going to go back to the top of the lake deck. And I caught nothing on this thing, so I'll leave those there for now. I have 3 cards left, $3 in value cards left, and what I think I'll do is I'm going to purchase, up here at the market, this spinnerbait. So for $3, and at the bottom of these cards you have a little dollar bill. So 3 of those, put them in play, and take this into my hand for next round. I'll bring this out, and that is it. I'm going to draw up 2 6, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all of these will go into my discard. Your turn.
All right, so I don't have anything either for the
day of
search. Yeah. So I will start with, let's just maybe just do some casting so I can see what's out here. So I have my lure. I do have a cast pitch, so I'm going to pitch that lure out, and then maybe we'll pause, right, our presentation. So that's 2, 4, 5 plus 1 if I'm using live bait, and I am. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Let's start with the inlet. So during cast attempts here, I can peek at the top 2 cards and pick 1 to attract. So let's look at the top 2. And we have these, all right? So I am going to pick the one over here. And it doesn't really matter because I'm not going to interest it at all because I don't have something that matches. Neither my lure matches nor my cast strength is high enough. So that was my first cast. I'm going to cast again. I will try open water and see what we have here. We have this, and I in fact do have the requirements. So this is a crappie sunfish.
There you go.
Well, it's a crappie, but it's a sunfish species.
Pretty crappy.
It is a pretty crappy catch, but it's a catch nonetheless. So match the symbol. There's only one symbol on this. I do match with the worm. I have a strength of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only needed a strength of 3, so it definitely bites. Now we go into the real phase. It's the real phase. So with the catch, once you hook the fish, you have to actually roll dice. It'll tell you how many and of what color. So these are the 1 gray die.
I will be the fish.
The card up top is if we were playing with the cards and we're not. So she gets to roll 1 gray die, and we get a seaweed.
A seaweed
so that
plant.
symbol, I have to, with the cards remaining in my hand, match that symbol. Because every card has a symbol in the upper left-hand corner, as you've seen, right? I fortunately have
very good.
that symbol. So
right.
I will discard that. That means I landed this crappie worth 3 points, end of the game. So that's going to go off to the side in my little fish basket. These are all used up now. I have $2 worth of cards in my hand that I cannot spend. During the real phase, though, this gets put back in the bait bucket, so I can spend one of these cards to buy that back.
Very good.
So that I don't have to worry about it.
It goes like kind of in that like chum bucket.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
So these are getting discarded, and I'm going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are going to continue on to the next hour. So what do we have?
7 o'clock. We can, during the search phase, discard a card to draw a card from our deck.
And weather is
still clear.
Still clear skies, no effect. So you take it away.
Okay. All right. I am going to use my spinnerbait. Do I want to draw a card?
Yeah, discard a card to draw a card.
No, I don't really want to. And then I'll do my presentation. Well, here, we'll make this good, right? I'll do my cast. Then my present. So I've got a strength of 2, 3, 4 right now. And I will cast out to... I don't know, the open water, I guess. Try open water.
I will not look.
Okay, so I...
Did you hook him?
Can hook him.
Okay.
Yes, I can. It's a spotted bass.
Oh, wow.
Now,
nice.
what's interesting here is some of these fish will have multiple symbols on them. And in that event, you do have to meet all of the requirements.
Yep.
On this spotted bass, it actually says any lure and then has a bunch of symbols. So basically, he'll eat anything.
Yeah.
So, all right, so you're going to roll a white and a gray. We're going to count any seaweed as blanks.
Okay, so this can be any color you want, and if you make it seaweed, it can be blank.
I'll make it seaweed, so it can be a blank.
2 blanks, so you caught the fish.
I got the fish. Okay, great. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. And I've got some shopping money. An outboard motor, that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Draw 2 cards.
That's pretty good. Scan a lake spot, then draw a card. That's pretty good too.
I
Those
like the
fishing shades, I
yeah.
like those a lot. Yeah, extra cards are good to have. I'll go ahead and get that. So I'll put these in play and grab that into my hand. That goes there.
Bring it out here. Quick sling.
I'm going to draw up. So 2.
Okay.
3, 4,
so what can I do here?
6.
You caught that in the open water?
I did.
Interesting.
Out in the open water.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's do a little casting, right? We'll throw our popper out there. I could add more to it, but I won't. I'm just going to cast that. Like I said, you can add a cast card. I can discard 1 to draw 1. Let me do that. Okay, so we're going to put that out there. Do we want to present 1, 2, 3? No, we're not going to present. We're just going to cast because I want to scan a little bit or search. So I get to peek here for my first cast. All right. Take note, that's not going to catch this fish, but it's good. It's good reconnaissance. We'll go here and see what's here. That's another one. Wow. Okay. That's going to be difficult too. So with that, I got some intel. So I got $1, 2, 3, 4, $5 if I want to spend all of these, and I only need to spend 4 of them. So I'll hold on to my 1 card, and I'll spend these 4. And I will pick up a lug.
Nice. Okay.
All right, so we've got 1. I've got a shuffle. All right, let's advance the time.
All right, 8 a.m. We have a +1 to our strength. And it is windy, meaning a cast must be played, so a cast card has to be played, or else we lose 2 strength.
Ouch. Okay.
So that's not great at all.
No. No, it's not. All right.
All right, well, I had a plan, but I don't know. I don't want to do that anymore. Okay, so I'll do my search phase. I'm going to put out my fishing shades so I can scan a lake spot and then draw a card. So I will scan these 2. Now I'm scanning in clear water, and the location ability allows me to peek at the top 2 cards and then place them back in any order. So I actually get to look at both of these. I'll show you what those are. Okay. And we'll do that. Yeah. Okay. And I get to draw a card. And that's not what I needed. Okay, so I am going shopping because I don't have a cast card and I don't feel like wasting a bunch of stuff when I could use this as a shopping opportunity. So I will spend 1. Two. 3 and 4. And I'm going to grab this slow reel into my hand. And that's my shop.
All right. That's good.
So
that's a good shop.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so I'm going to need to probably do a shop as well. But so I want to play the dinghy. Discard a card and draw up to 3 times. So I'll discard that and draw 1, 2, oh my god, 3 cards. A bunch of junk. All right, let's go fishing. So we'll put him out. So we throw a plug out. We're gonna, oh man, I don't have a cast card. That's gonna hurt me.
Yep.
So I'm actually -1 because of the cast phase. It's going to offset
2.
that. Right, but plus -1, yeah. So I'm -1 net. So I could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or I could just do a big shop instead. Is that more beneficial? Because this is worth 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8. I think that's probably, I could buy 3 cards for all of these. Good. Yeah, so I'm probably going to go get rid of that and go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Into my hand.
Wow.
Draw 1.
Oh, because you use your dinghy.
3. Yep.
That's such a cheap card.
It is, but it's helpful. All right, yeah. Flip the. Wow, a lot of bait coming up.
Yeah.
Where are we at? 9 o'clock now.
Yep.
What do we have?
We can scan a lake spot during search.
And is it still windy?
Nice. It is cloudy.
Oh.
Huh. Lures with multiple symbols gain +2.
Sweet.
That's great.
All right.
All right, so before I start, I will do my scan a spot, right?
Yeah, because of the hour.
Because of the hour. And maybe I'll scan here in the open water. Right. I feel like I knew that. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what happens. So I'll play my spinnerbait because it has multiple symbols. So I know I'm going to get +2 to that. I have an artificial lure. So when I do my reel, I can get an extra for that. So I'm actually at 4 right now. And I don't know. I could play my fishing pole. I'll do my fishing pole. I was going to do my cool presentation, but I need those symbols. So so I am at 5, right?
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got that. So I'm going to search here first. And I can catch this.
Oh, cool.
Trout. So he has a hexagon. I've got that. He's a strength of 5. To roll a white and a yellow.
White and a gray.
Or white and a gray, sorry.
Right, and blank faces are re-rolled. Where'd you catch them? In Clearwater?
Yep.
Oh, re-roll. So we have a yellow and a green.
Okay. And my fishing pole allows me to
flip any one.
Any one of those. What's on the other side of that?
Blank.
Blank. I'll take the blank.
Okay, so then you just say yellow.
And I will pay with this.
All right, you caught a brown trout.
Nice. I caught a fish. Finally.
Very good. All right.
All right, so that'll go there. I've got these 2 in my hand. I think what I'll do is, haven't I used any?
You haven't used any live bait.
Live bait yet, have I?
No.
Okay. All right, that's fine. So
You're not going to spend them?
Not really. I mean, yeah. I don't really want to, because I like to use this maybe next time. Quick Sling Cast. Actually, for $2,
yeah,
that's a pretty good cast card. I'll do that. I'll spend these 2 and grab this cast card for my hand.
Well, you only have to spend one of them, because that's worth $2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. Still get to keep this bait. All right, there we go.
Wow, so many lures.
I know. It's a little time.
I know. It's too much. Too much
3,
lures.
4, 5, 6. Okay, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to just cast this worm out there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 6, 7. Okay, so I'll play that pitches, all right? And I'm going to hold on to this card.
Okay.
And these cards for now. So I'm just going to do a cast. So I'm going to look at what's out here. Not catching that. So I cast again. Oh, that's the one I always look at. All right, so this goes actually into the... And when you use a live bait during the reel phase... Oh, during the reel phase. So you have to actually hook a fish to actually...
Yeah, to get rid of it.
Yeah, so what happens is with live bait, actual live bait, it'll say reel phase, places card in the bait bucket. If you hook a fish and you get a fish, whether or not you catch the fish, this gets expended and it goes to the bait bucket. You can buy it back in the market at any point. It just stays there. But because, you just want to go buy more worms. So wait, so these two are shot. I'm going to shop. And I've got $3, $6, $7 here. And I'm going to buy these two into my hand with these. So this is getting discarded.
Okay.
I'm going to draw up one and then shuffle.
A trolling motor. That's worse.
Nice. Here we go. A trolling motor, yeah. These trolls, I swear. Strong line attachment. Okay. Oh, it's an attachment first when it comes out.
So attachments are cool because they actually stay out permanently.
Yes. And until a certain thing is met.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. What do we have? 10
so
o'clock.
We've got 10 o'clock. We are going to lose 1 strength to our casts, unfortunately. And our weather is clear skies.
Cool.
So that's good.
Very cool.
Kind of. All right. But this is all about fishing, so I guess I should fish. Regardless of the fact that we're losing some points here.
Well.
Yeah,
I'm in trouble.
Yeah, and I don't have like the right kind of bait right now. Kind of stinks. The trolling motor's okay.
Draw 3 cards and then discard one of them.
You may discard this card to discard it. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, strong line attachment's pretty good. All right, I will. I'll cast out. Why not? I'm not thinking I'm going to catch anything, but
sometimes you just need to cast so you can see.
Exactly, just so you can kind of see what's out there, and that is my mission right now. So I will look here. So I'll look at the inlet. I can draw 2 because of the inlet's ability. And then I can pick one to attract. That sucks. So I would like to pick to attract this one.
Can they see it?
I would like to pick this one to attract. I cannot attract it. So I am going to place these back on the top.
Okay.
So that was my first cast attempt. My next cast attempt will be here at the dam. And I cannot catch that either. So no surprises there. I will go shopping though. So I will pay 1, 2, 3 to grab this strong line attachment.
Cool.
Oh, that's a good
one.
Oh,
the master set. Yeah, I need the master set.
That's good. 2,
Very good.
1, 2.
All right, so I'm going to start out with the dinghy. Discard 1 card and draw up to 3 cards. So I'll discard that, and I will draw 1, 2, 3. These are such bad cards. Ouch. Yeah, so I'm going to cast. And do we have anything else? No, this is going to be a weak. Actually, you know what? I'm still in the search phase. I have a fish finder. We'll start here.
Yeah.
That's going to let me scan 2 lake spots. So let me scan here. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right, those are my 2 scan spots. Yeah. And this outboard motor lets me draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Oh, excellent. I'm going to go ahead and cast my plug.
Okay.
And pitch it out there. Mm-hmm. So I have a strength of 4 right now. 3.
3.
With that. And I'll just throw this reel out there. Artificial lures.
5.
Gain +1. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus 1 is 5, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go... Ooh, I'm going to go here.
Okay.
And we have the black bullhead, which is caught.
Yep.
Because he's only a strength of 4, actually -2 because he's a catfish in the dam.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's actually only a strength of 2. I didn't even need to put all that in.
Nice.
So I have to hook him, and I need you to roll those 2, please.
Okay.
All right, so we have a green and anything I want it to be. So we will discard a green, and we'll make that other one also a green.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And I just hooked a black bullhead catfish.
You sure did.
All right, into my collection.
Okay.
And I have $5 to spend for a master set.
Ah, this thing's so good.
Yes,
So
1,
cheap
2,
with you and your drawing cards.
4. I know. I drew so many cards that round.
Ooh, a
fishing app. Everybody wants a good fishing app.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay,
Cool.
so let's go to 11 o'clock.
All right. Ooh, -2.
Ooh.
This looks like a shopping phase.
On a cloudy day.
On a cloudy day. So lures with multiple symbols gain +2 casting
Okay,
strength.
so that will give us
So that'll
an offset.
negate the casts. Weapons. All right. So I do not have a lure with multiple symbols. So actually, I may not even want to do this right now. Now that I think about it. Because I'm not going to have enough to really make it worth it. You know?
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to go shop.
Well, the fishing app, you may ignore the weather and or clock effect this round
Yeah,
and
that's
draw a card.
really good.
And plus gives you 3 fishing strength.
Yeah, that's really good.
Or 3 cast strength. That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to try to keep this in my hand. And 2, 3, 4. Keep that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm going to pay 4 for the fishing app.
Oh, we knew that was coming.
Yeah.
A lift hook. Another hook card. That's a pretty good one, too.
That's a really good one.
Let you flip those dice. So it's a real good way to mitigate that
Yeah.
when you get the fish in.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're good?
Sounds good. Yep. I'm
All
fine.
right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to cast.
2, 3.
I'm going to throw some salmon eggs out there. I don't have anything to do in the scan phase.
Yeah.
So, salmon eggs, we're going to put a little pause on there. We're just going to drop them in the water, let them sit. Now it's going to be a -2. So this is a 1 + 1 for live bait because this is live bait. So that's a 0. I've got 0 strength right now, right?
Correct.
And that's fine. I'm going to go, because I want to demonstrate something that we haven't shown yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast here.
Okay.
And we've got a white bass.
You can
Now-
do 2 cards if you want.
I do 2 cards. What do you mean?
Because the location.
Oh,
you can
I'm just going to do the
okay.
one, because I know what the other card
Yeah.
is. I've already scanned here, and I don't really
You
want to
sure
look at
you don't want that?
Yeah,
Okay.
folks, just because if you don't remember, this is what the
I
second...
just
yeah,
drew
you've
it. I
already
already
seen it.
know,
So
yeah.
this is what's there, this box turtle. Why do we keep avoiding this? It'll bite anything, and it has 0 strength, but it's -1 point. So nobody wants to
Yeah.
catch this stupid turtle. One of us is going to have to if we want to get to the bottom of this
Yeah, he's,
lake, but
like,
I'm
in the
avoiding
way.
I'm avoiding the inlet, but I knew that I could hook this guy. But I don't have enough strength. I have 0 cast strength right now. At this moment, you can cast a hook card. This is the only time you can cast these red hook cards. And I need 3. So if I throw out my master set, that's a 4. And that gives me enough to hook this white bass, right? So I attracted him and I hooked him. All I need is for this one gray die to not be something I don't have.
Right.
So would you please roll the gray die for me? And I have it.
Seaweed.
Yay! All right, so what I could do is discard a seaweed. Boom, boom. And I catch the fish.
Very good.
So I just landed a white bass.
Nice.
I have exactly $4 if I wish to spend it. And I will. I'm probably going to buy the jig. I don't think I have a jig. For $4. Boom.
Cool.
Get rid of that. Bring out another lift hook. Same thing. So I get 1, 2, 3, and then shuffle these
and
up.
we are rolling into 12 p.m. Search phase. Discard a card.
Oh wow! Okay.
So you just have to discard a card.
And lightning.
And we've got lightning. Cast phase must be skipped this round.
Okay,
so this
perfect.
is going to be a nice quick shopping phase.
So we are going to shop this round.
Interesting.
Remember, if you don't like the weather in this game, you don't have to actually play with the weather deck. It's optional. But I think it adds a nice little flavor to it, and it kind of, it's like, wow, there's lightning. We need to get off the lake for an hour.
Right, exactly.
Let's
it's
just
like very
go back
thematic,
to the shop. Let's figure out what we need to get back in the game.
Yeah.
All right, so this should be pretty straightforward, right?
Should be, right? All right, now if you're me and you have a fishing app,
you can ignore,
you can
actually.
ignore the weather or the clock effect to this round. So we have to discard a card, right? Because that's a requirement here.
Only if you are going to ignore
Search.
the lightning. Because if
if I ignore that, I don't have to do that.
Right,
yeah.
and if you don't plan on casting.
Right, but I think I'll cast. Why not?
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
so I'll just discard this. I can't keep shopping.
Right.
So if I keep shopping, my deck keeps getting bigger and bigger, and I can't get. That's not how deck.
That reminds me.
Yes.
I caught that that last bass
did you not
on
put
salmon
your-
eggs. Those actually are supposed to be discarded.
Yeah.
Because
we just talked about that.
Yeah, because during the real phase, I actually should have moved to put that away. So that was all part of my plan. I wanted to get rid of it. You know what I mean? Like I want to get that card out of my hand.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna do a slow reel on this live bait lure, this worm.
Wow, that's a good one.
So I have a total cast strength of 6.
When played, draw a card.
Yeah, that's right. And 6, 7, 8. Do you want to do that? I don't know if I need that. That's the thing.
So you have 6 right now.
Yeah, I've got 6 with a black lure. So I'll do the cast phase at the inlet again, so we can draw 2. We again know what one of these is going to be.
Why don't you just get that turtle out of there?
Okay, so I can attract this one, and I can actually hook it.
So you're gonna hook
it? Yeah, I have to. So
I was hoping you'd hook the turtle.
The walleye bite.
Oh, he'll bite any lure.
He bites anything. So I will get. Again, I have a strength of 6, so he's only strength of 4. So you're gonna roll a white and gray for me.
All right. The black die is the worst. So
it is. So we don't like rolling.
just so you know, a blank and a blank.
Wow.
I have to re-roll them both though because all blanks are re-rolled. But all you have is 1 anchor.
Okay. Here you go. Boom.
Boom. She discarded an anchor. Sort of.
I did.
And you caught the walleye. Real nice.
I did.
That was good.
Yeah, that's good.
You get a
All right, I'm not
purchase.
going to shop.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't afford to shop. Actually, I can afford to shop, but I'm not going to. So
Really?
I will hang on to these. What did I? This has to go away.
Oh yeah, the worm is.
But do I
in
want
the
to buy
bait
him
bucket.
back?
You can
Maybe I'll buy him back.
All right, buy him
Yeah.
back. There you go.
So.
All right, so I'm just going to do a shop. Decide what I want to keep, if anything. But I do want to buy a couple of these, so I think I'll buy the lift for sure. I'll go $1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6. Hold on. Yeah, 5, 6. I'm gonna buy these 2, 3, and 3. And I've got $3 left. Do I want to buy one more? No, I'm gonna hold on to these. All right, so I'll get rid of these. Bring these out. Oh, a sinker attachment. Nice. And
Nice.
chum.
Oh,
Crazy.
cool. Cool.
Chum, attached to a lake spot during each angler's search phase, including yours, that angler can scan the lake spot beneath or orthogonally adjacent to this card.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, so you can search deeper?
Or wider.
Or wider.
Right. That's cool.
That is really cool.
All right. So coming in 1 p.m., we have -2 to our cast strength, but clear skies.
Clear skies. So the fish aren't really biting.
They're not. It's lunchtime. For us.
For us, not them.
For fish.
I need to draw one more card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Yeah, that's no good. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I don't think I'm even going to attempt to fish this round, unfortunately. I'm looking what we've got out there. The sinker's good, but it's like you have to say what the extra symbol is going to be, and I'm not great at that.
That's kind of good, though, because some fish require...
They do, if you can remember what the fish needs.
If you can remember, yeah, that's the trick.
Yeah, chum is okay. I think I might buy that lift hook. I'll keep this in my hand. Keep that.
Yeah, these hook cards are good. They come in handy. You gotta remember, too, they're also... Not only are they good for giving you a bunch of extra strength at the end at the cast, but they have 2 symbols on them to play during the reel phase.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right, so I will pay 2, 3, 2 and 1.
Okay, $3.
To get my hook, and I'm gonna keep all of this in my hand. That's
that, huh?
Yep.
All right, so you did a shop. Ooh, plastic worm, artificial.
That's so good.
That is, I need that. You have no idea.
You have like all the big cards. The good big cards.
I need the good big cards. So that's $4 and $5. I'm not even casting this round. I'm just buying that plastic worm for $5. That's it. Discard those. Draw 1, 2. All right.
Okay.
Next hour.
2 p.m. It's getting a little less bad.
They're,
-1.
They're biting a little more.
To your cast.
Oh, but it's foggy.
foggy, so no scans can be performed in the search phase.
Okay,
this
I
round.
can live with that. I can live with that.
All right, it's my turn.
Yep.
I will put out my strong line attachments. I'm using a strong line on my fishing pole today. And what this does is it allows me to discard this card, my strong line, to ignore a symbol on a die, which can come in handy.
Sure can.
If you have no cards like me. Can't do any scanning. Wow. This really isn't very good at all. It's going to be -1. I guess I'll just do this. Put out my fishing pole too. Oh, I can't put this out yet, right?
No, that's after.
Yeah, but after that.
But after that.
Okay. So I will check out what's going on here.
Yeah.
And
can you hook it?
I can't. I have a strength of 0 right now.
But with your hook, can you get it?
I don't want it.
Okay.
I don't want it. Let's see. Check the clear water situation. Nope. Can't get it. Alright, so I got nothing.
Alright, you gonna buy something? There's a rattle trap. That rattle trap lure is pretty good. One play, choose any 2 symbols.
Yeah, that's
and
really
say them
good.
out loud.
Yeah, actually I'm gonna get that. So I'm gonna pay 2 and 2, which is 4.
Yeah, it's 2 plus 2 equals
Buy
4.
this trap.
That's the good lures are coming out now.
Yeah.
The slow reel. You like that one for your
I do. I have one
your
actually.
live bait. But there hasn't been any good live bait lures that have come out yet.
No, there's like a frog that's really good.
Frog is the boss.
Clutch, yeah.
Frog is the boss. All right, so I can't scan, but I can sure as heck cast my plastic worm and my steady rod and a reel. It's the real thing. It's the real thing. Hold on, let me do the pitch. All right, pitches. And I'll bring out that. So we are -1, but we've got 2, 4, 5, 6, -1 is 5, right? So we're at a 5 right now. Oh man. That's not.
Oh wait, where'd my accessory go?
That's not really good.
He stays out.
Let me check here. Oh, this guy's perfect.
Oh, there you go.
Hooked.
Oh yeah.
He only needs a strength of 2.
Right, and you've got both
right.
symbols.
And he's worth
That's
6 points, which is so. This you'll see these with 2 values on them. The top one is what it costs to catch them. The bottom one is what you get.
Yeah, at the end of the game.
Right, so he's easier to lure, but harder. But he's worth more points at the end. So I had enough. So hopefully, he's got the black die though. That's bad. So white and black die. Let's see what this guy is all about. Oh, all right. Hold on. Swap out or ignore reroll.
You want to ignore that?
Well, yeah, you don't, which means don't reroll it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. And I'll put that out for my anchor.
Okay.
And I catch the fish.
Very good.
Largemouth bass.
You and your cheap bass.
Cheap bass. You cheap bass.
That was a good one.
That was good. All right, so I don't have any money left, so I'm just going to hold on to one. Yep. 2,
All right.
3, 4,
Okay,
5,
3
6.
p.m. Scan a lake spot.
Oh, cool.
It's rainy. An accessory or a boat must be in play or else lose 2 strength.
I don't have that.
I feel like I haven't seen my boat in a long
Yeah, I haven't either.
long time.
I have a lot of cards in my deck right now.
Yeah, I have like way too many
My
cards.
boat has not come up.
And this is not a good tournament for me. Not a good tournament.
All right, well, we'll see. We'll see.
You'll see. Yeah, I don't know where my freaking boat is.
Yeah, it's getting late in the day. 3 more hours, and
my boat in a while.
And we're gonna have to go in and do a weigh-in.
Yeah, I'm basically just gonna lose those 2. All right, so search phase we can scan a lake spot, right?
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
scan
Go
this
for
again. Let's see. All right.
You good? I was hoping you'd
yes.
search this one down here, the inlet, so you can look at that turtle again.
Stop it. Just
You just see him
stop
poking
it.
his head up out of the water every now and again. You're like, I'm not casting anything in that
No.
lake spot.
All right, so I'm going to play this, and I have to choose 2 symbols. I'm going to choose the green and the yellow.
Green and yellow, okay. You said that with confidence.
I did. And it's artificial. I'll play this. And that negates the rainy day. And I will play a pitch.
Casting it out there. Okay, so you got a 2 value right now.
I'm going to cast here.
Okay. Oh,
For
nice.
the
Oh.
striper
It's
bass.
actually a striper bass?
So stripper.
I'm not sure I've seen the stripper bass, though. Still looking for those.
They live in Clearwater.
Clearly, that's
So
where
it
you'll
sounds
find them.
about right.
That sounds, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so this requires the 2 symbols that I mentioned. You are going to go ahead and roll both of those dice.
Just same ones that you rolled for my bass. All right.
And I've got an anything
Well, I'm going to re-roll
and a blank.
the blank.
Yeah.
That's re-rolled. And a green. So
And
can
it's
you
a
match
green.
anything in a green?
Yeah, I can. I'm thinking about whether I want to get rid of my strong line.
Oh, really?
Well, it just gets discarded, but I don't think I will. I think I'm going to keep that out because I can go ahead and get rid of this. So here's a green.
Okay.
And here's an anything.
And anything.
Right?
All right.
So
you
here
catch
is
the stripper bass.
Stripper bass.
Excellent. Good job. You shopping or are you out of money?
2, 3, 4. I'm out of money.
Okay, so there's your cards. I will go, and I'm definitely going to go for something. I just don't know what yet. So let's start with my outboard motor. Allows me to draw 2 cards, 1 and 2. I will play. These are accessories, by the way, so I do get to avoid the rainy day.
Yes, you do.
I will put out my fish finder because we're gonna scan a couple of lake
Oh,
spots.
there's my freaking boat. Seriously.
You were in the open water.
I was in Clearwater.
Oh, you were in the Clearwater. Okay, so I'm gonna scan. Oh man, I know what that is, and I don't want that. Let's see what else is in Clearwater. Okay. I can peek at the top two actually, when scanning.
No, that's scanning. This is not.
I am scanning.
Oh, you're scanning. Yeah,
oh,
you're scanning with your stuff. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Tell me how to use my scanner.
Get out of here.
Okay, so let's do that. I get to scan 2 lake spots. That's 1. Let me go here for 2. Okay, yeah. Don't want that. Okay. Youch. Where was I? I scanned the open water. Dang it! I can't. It's not gonna work for me. You know what though?
What's up?
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cast. Right, I get to ignore that. Oh, I also get to scan another spot because of the search phase. So I do get 1 more scan.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
That's why we haven't been hitting that deck.
And yeah, that's a bad place. So I'm just gonna cast. All right.
Okay. Just throwing a worm out there.
Just throwing a worm out there because I know what's going on over here.
On like a stick with like a string going off of it.
It is. It's just a worm on a string, and it's a bluegill, which is what you always end up catching.
Right, yeah.
You get to roll the green die. I'm sorry, the white die, and it gets me a blank, but you do have a reroll. And it is a green, so I will have to discard a green, and I will. I'll get rid of Mr. Popper's penguin right here.
Okay.
So I'll discard that, and I'll catch a bluegill. Why not? Just to get him
why not?
in the boat. That's another point. Another pound of fish. Do I want to buy some stuff? Possibly, yeah. So I think these are kind of trash. $4. I'll buy a trolling motor, put that in my hand, and for $4 more, I'm gonna hold on to them.
Okay.
And discard those. All right.
Sounds good.
1, 2.
Ooh, the perfect spot cast.
3, 4.
That's good. Draw a card.
Oh, nice. Okay, so let us advance.
4 p.m. we get +1 to our strength. And it is still rainy, so we need to have an accessory or a boat.
Okay, excellent. So let us fish.
Okay. All right, let's do this. The day is almost gone.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna put out a grasshopper, because what kind of fish doesn't want a grasshopper? Let's do this. Cast it out with a quick sling. And pause and present. So my live bait lure gets +1. So I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6 right now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
-2 because you don't have an accessory or
Well,
a boat
not yet.
there.
I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, you can't cast. You have to play the boat before.
But my boat doesn't get played during a cast phase.
It gets.
So
Oh wow. Okay, so you have to have it out at some point.
I mean, I would think so, right? Because otherwise I'm screwed because you can't buy boats.
Accessory or boat must be in play. And your boat is played when?
During my reel phase, when I catch my fish. You gonna let me have it or not?
No, I think you could play your boat earlier, I would say. Just like your rod card. I think your rod and boat card can go out.
They're the same kind of thing. And for clarity, these two things are not in the rule book.
Yes, they are not.
Like we've searched.
They're not. So it wouldn't make sense based on what they do to play them later.
Right. Like I can't be like later on, oh, by the way, I've got this boat. Like I'm out there in my motor raft
at 4 o'clock,
right now.
you're using your boat right now. Your motor raft.
So, my motor raft.
Which is like, makes sense. You're using it during a certain point.
It's sense. Okay, cool. So I'm going out with all this stuff. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. This quick sling does give me an additional cast attempt. So I get 2 plus that one. So I will check and see what's going on in the open water.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Ah. But I can't use my boat ability on him. I can't catch him. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. So I guess I won't do that. I'll cast here. That's unfortunate. I don't really want that, but I guess I'm going to have to.
You hook it?
Take him.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Why wouldn't you want this? 3 points.
Well, I would have rather had the other fish.
Oh. Did you have the symbols for the other fish?
Yeah.
Oh. Not enough strength.
Well, the thing is, I'll tell you, I could have hooked him and gotten him, but that would have meant I wouldn't have played my boat because my boat allows me to automatically catch a fish that's 6 or lower.
Yeah.
Which is why it's stupid that I got that one.
Oh.
And if I didn't use that, then I would have actually lost 2 hook strength, which would mean I wouldn't be able to catch him in the first place. So it would be like this big loop.
Yes.
Right? So, whatever. I caught a speckled trout.
Well, you didn't catch him yet.
Well, I did because I'm going to do my motor raft, my motor
Oh,
boat.
really? If you can't match... It's only one symbol.
I don't have a choice. I have to use it.
Why?
It's out.
You don't have to use it. You may lose this card automatically to catch any fish. It doesn't say you must.
Okay.
Right?
Well, in that case, then, couldn't I have caught the other fish? Since it just has to be out, I don't have to use it.
Well, yeah. Why would you not have?
Okay, so then I would put this fish back.
Well, you went after the first one first.
I went after this one first. It's an alligator gar.
And he's in strength of 8. Do you have 8?
He's strength of 8. I have strength of 6.
Right.
Plus a hook.
Okay. So that's 8. But now you've got to have 2 symbols here.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's more exciting.
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
That's what I would have done. All right, so you have a yellow.
Okay.
And a yellow.
Oh, no.
So where did you catch him?
Oh, and they count as blanks.
Here. Yellows count as blanks here.
Yes.
So you actually
I actually caught it.
the alligator gar.
Without having to do anything
See that?
else.
That was the best roll you could have gotten.
That was really, really good. I thought I was going to have to use my strong line.
Right,
and
because
ignore one of
your
those things.
raft wouldn't have worked because it has to be 6 or less.
It has to be a 6 or lower. That's why.
Yep. No, that makes sense. I'll give you that.
You give me that?
Yeah.
Okay. That might have been illegal, but it was fun.
You know, I don't think it was illegal. I think it was fine. I think it was just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and start my turn in the search phase.
I feel like I haven't been putting my live bait back in the chum bucket.
You played live bait, right, this time?
Yeah.
All right, so which one did
Wait,
you use?
this time? Yeah, I used a grasshopper.
All right, then that's got to go.
I definitely put him somewhere.
He's probably still here with the rest of your stuff.
Right, there you go.
Yeah,
Take
so
him.
this guy goes.
Finally, I played. Because I've been playing my artificial stuff.
Oh, yeah, you haven't been playing
Yeah.
live bait. So let's go. We're going to do a search with my trolling motor. So that's going to help me with the rain with my accessory.
All right.
Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. All right. I'm also going to play my boat,
Okay.
which allows me to discard a card and draw up to 3. So let's discard this card and draw 1, 2, 3. We're going big this time, folks. We are going big. I am bringing out my plastic worm.
Okay.
We are going to cast with a quick sling for +3.
Yeah, I like that.
So I've got 4 right now. 4 artificial. 5 plus 1 is 6. 7, 8.
Ooh, I know who you're going for.
You know what I'm going for. All right. And I'm going for this guy.
This is the one we've been avoiding.
Boom, largemouth bass, a 12. The live bait lure? Oh, it has to be live bait.
Oh, no!
What a jerk.
It's got to be a frog. That's all he wants.
So all that power.
Well, see if you can catch something else that's big.
I don't know where something else that's big is. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know. You get an additional cast attempt, so you can.
I do?
Because of your quick sling.
Okay. You just caught from this pile, right?
I did.
So let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, and I get them. Largemouth.
There you go. That's not bad.
So, which I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right?
Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You want to use a hook?
I have a hook.
Okay.
I can put out a master set for 4 more.
All right.
I could have gotten up to 12, so I knew I was going to be able to.
And we are rolling every die.
Oh boy, this is a problem.
But no rerolls on blanks. That's good.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So that's not bad.
Well, it didn't matter. I have every symbol in my hand, so I could have gone.
Like a soccer.
Unless you had one twice that I didn't have, but you didn't. So I just need 1 anchor, which I'll drop, and 1 of anything, which
that's really good.
I will get rid of that guy. 1 of anything.
Okay.
All right. So I got myself a largemouth bass. Excellent. Man, I wanted the big one, but he only wants live bait.
He does, I know. He's very picky.
Jerk.
He's very picky, that one. All right, you ready?
4, 5, 6, yeah.
Are you shopping?
No, I'm keeping my cards.
All right, 5 p.m. Discard a card to draw a card if you would like.
Okay.
A cast must be played or else lose 2 strength.
Ah, a cast card? Youch.
Yep, that's not great.
Youch, okay.
Okay. I am going to do my fishing app, which allows me to ignore the weather and or clock effect. I'm going to ignore that effect.
Okay.
I can discard a card to draw a card, which I'll do. So I'll discard this to draw up. Nice. Okay. And play my allure. And my reel. So I'm at 3, 4, 5 right now. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And I will cast.
Where are you casting?
Out here, I guess.
Oh, for 2. Well, we know where that turtle is.
2. Yeah, I'll choose to attract to this one, which I do not attract.
So you don't catch him?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. And I will cast out here as well. Did you already take from here?
No, I didn't catch him there. I caught from here.
You did?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go out here again too.
Okay.
Oh, no!
Oh, is it an event?
Snag.
Oh, you had a snag.
No! All right, so when revealed, draw a card. We're not playing with cards, we're doing dice. So,
yeah, so I'll roll a die.
Roll a die.
And we'll see what happens.
Come on, blanks.
Oh, you got a blank.
Nothing happens. If we rolled other stuff, we would have ended up maybe losing my lure from play or anything. So that would end the cast phase, but it doesn't. So I get to cast again.
Yep,
right?
so you one more cast.
I will cast...
Actually, that was your second cast.
It was? Where did I cast first?
You cast here, remember? And you went for the turtle.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. So
you buying cards?
I don't know. Let me see. Wow, I've got a lot of money to buy cards, but... Nah.
Hold on to them?
I'm good. I'll just hang on to these, I guess.
Sounds good.
That's fine.
All right, so I'll start my search phase with my outboard motor, and I will draw 2 cards. 1, 2. And with this search phase, I could discard a card to draw a card. Wow, we are in good shape here. So we're going to put out a fish finder. We're going to do some searching. So let's scan here. See what we have. We have that. And we'll scan here. Wow. Okay. Let me look at this one more time. Okay. All right. We're in good shape. We are in good shape. So let's put out a plug. And we're going to cast so the wind doesn't screw with us. So that's a 4. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to go and pull here.
Okay.
For the alligator gar.
Ooh,
Any lure
nice. Yes.
will attract this guy. I need a power of 6. I've got 4. We'll do a lift.
Okay.
Hook this guy. That's
right.
7 now. Yep, so you roll a black and a gray, the 2 worst dice. And we get
an anything and some seaweed.
Well, fortunately, in the real phase, the seaweed is blank, so I don't have to even satisfy that. And if I make my anything blank, if I make it a seaweed, rather.
Yeah, it will be
it would be blank, right?
Yeah.
Which I could do. And that's fine. So I will take this alligator gar into my collection. And I have 2, 3, $4. Do I want to spend them? No, I kind of like these lures. I'm going to hold on to them.
Yeah.
And discard those. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Good.
And we are at 6 p.m.
We sure are. That's a +2, just like we started the day.
All right.
So.
And the weather is foggy. No scanning.
So
all right. So this is it, folks. We are ready to take one more cast and then bring it back into the dock to check our fish.
The weigh-in?
Yeah, for the weigh-in.
Okay. All right, so we'll do that. We'll throw out a cast, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm at 5 right now.
Yeah, this is big.
This is pretty big. I need to make sure I've got some cards left, though. You know what? Yeah. I'm going to do it. I'm going to use this, too, my slow reel presentation. So I've got 3, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
It's artificial bait, though.
I know, it stinks.
Kind of stinky.
What are you going after?
I don't know. We know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I know what that is.
No, we don't, because I just caught from there.
You just caught from here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see what we've got. Oh!
Can you catch
it? I sure can. It's a rainbow trout.
Oh.
And it has exactly the symbols that I have. So I am ending this day.
That is the
hopefully on a good
perfect
note.
lure.
That's perfect. So much allure.
It does have plenty of allure. All right, so I do a white and a black die.
Yes.
And we are at 2 anchors. Yeah.
2 anchors.
Yeah. Can you match 2 anchors?
I can match 2 anchors.
Wow, look at that.
Boom. That was
2 anchors.
easier
Boom,
than I
boom.
thought. Okay.
Now, just so you know, clarity, like even though this has 2 symbols on it, you can't use that to satisfy 2 symbols.
Right, yeah. You have
one
to
card
pick
per
which
symbol.
One. Yeah. Okay, cool.
You caught yourself a rainbow trout.
I did.
He was a lure of 2.
Yes.
But I mean, a cast strength of 2, but a value of
6,
6, which is
scoring.
huge.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, so
okay, good.
I get my last go.
Yeah, let me take these out of here for you.
Take them out of my way, please. I think we're just going to go for one last cast, right? Mm-hmm. All I have is a popper, my steady rod, 1, 2, and we're going to try to cast somewhere. That's all I got. It stinks. Wow, this really does stink. A speckled trout.
That's not bad.
With a strength of 3, and I will throw down a set hook for 2.
Okay.
So that's a total of 4. Actually, I don't even need to do that. I have +2,
yeah.
so that's 4. So
Great.
I just need you to roll me a die. And it's seaweed.
It's seaweed. Where did you draw him from?
I drew him from the
nice.
dam.
Okay.
So that catches him. So that plays the seaweed.
Cool.
Speckled trout is in my collection now.
Time to weigh in.
We are weighing this in. All right, so let us clean this area a bit and let's see what we got. Okay, so you want to go ahead and start us up?
Yes, I have a total of
Start laying them out.
30 points. So I have a whole lot of these ones where the points are a little different. So I've got 8 and 2. That's 10. I've got 12, 13, 14, 15. The lower number here.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 5 is 20, and the 10, so it's 30.
So you got 10.
I just counted them.
Hold on.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
15. 18.
And 12.
24. 30.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
30 points in fish. I've got 3, plus 4 is 7, plus 3 is 10, plus 1, plus 9 is 10.
Okay.
So it's 20. 31. 34.
Oh, nice.
Wow. So close.
Very close.
Just a couple
Closer
of pounds.
than other games we've played.
Oh, for sure. This was a really good
This one was
variety
good
of fish.
balance,
Yeah. All right,
good.
cool. Let's go talk about this.
All right.
All right, there you have it.
It didn't go as badly as I thought I was going to do.
No, we caught a lot of fish
I'm
that
usually
game.
not catching a ton of fish.
That was good.
Yeah, no, that was really, really good.
All right, so tournament fishing comes to Kickstarter. It's probably live right now.
Yes, as you're watching this.
As you're watching this. So if this intrigued you, go check it out. One thing to note, there's an expansion for this that we do have. We just didn't show it. But it's called Night Fishing. And what that does, it's a smaller travel size solo version of the game at night. So you're fishing at night. Does come with another clock deck.
Yeah.
And which is another AI, so it's AI number 3 actually. But it also can be used with the base game to add a 5th player.
Right.
So this game will then play up 1 to 5 players,
Right.
Which is pretty large. So I believe this is pretty much the final art.
Yeah. Yes.
On the game.
Yep, and it's all been, I guess, redesigned because
Yeah.
this is a reprint. So I know, I think it was a 2017 game originally, but there's been some modifications to the rules, and a lot of the old expansions are not incorporated into the base game,
Okay.
which you saw us play today.
Right, so you should have a pretty good idea of the art, the new art at least, on the game. And, I'll go ahead and say the art's beautiful. I do think, for as far as fishing goes,
Yeah.
the art's really, really pretty. So was happy about that.
For as far as fish go,
Yeah, as far as fish
who
go.
are very ugly.
Yes, they look pretty
Very
good
well
on the
done,
card. Yeah. So, but you get to see, we're not going to review the game because it's still prototype. But I tell you, if this is the prototype, I think this is probably the final production
Yeah.
copy. If you told me this was a prototype, I'd be pretty shocked because everything in the box it looks fully produced to me. So, so if this is what you're getting, then I'd be very happy about the quality of what you're getting, what you're seeing and getting here, for sure. But we hope that you had a really good opportunity to see how the game plays and learn how the game actually plays, because we went a little bit more into the setup and actually the turn structures and everything else. So. Anything else you'd like to say about this one?
No, as always, let us know if this helped you make a decision about whether this is something that you want to invest in. Definitely leave us a comment below. And if you have any questions about the gameplay, we've played this several times, so we can answer any questions you have about our experience with it there too. Right.
So, it's coming from someone who's spent a greater part of their youth fishing, freshwater fishing.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I was like,
no, that would be
that's not true.
That's this guy. It definitely, I'm a sucker for fishing games, so it's kind of like a fishing game.
Yeah, we have a few of them. So
we have a few fishing games, but at some point down the road, I'll give you my thoughts on this once it comes into
to production,
once it's fully produced and it gets out there. I'll definitely tell you my thoughts on it. But otherwise, go to the link below, check it out on Kickstarter. Highly recommend you go check this one out for sure. I think it's if you're into fishing, it's definitely something you want to go check out. So thanks for watching. We hope to see you next time. Have fun.
All right, see ya.
Bye-bye.